Hey, my Ironers. My last couple of videos were all about part patterning. We looked at taking a 3D object and using the 3D patterning tool or part patterning tool to make those parts go at a certain distance and a certain interval or number. The thing I'd like you to consider is going back into something like the Empire State Building and working on sketch patterns. This is another very quick accelerator when it comes to making things happen fast. If I draw one single window, and I'm not getting mathematical about this, I'm just placing something that looks roughly about as I want it. I can use the linear pattern tool in sketching mode, drag over these or click each line individually, and you can see that there's a control system for multiplying it up and out. And you can grab this arrow, use definitely the arrow. Be careful, don't grab this. If you want to angle things, you can do that. Or grab this, it'll shift it all out of alignment. You don't want to mess with that right now. But you do want to take a look at this, saying 3 times you can make this something like 6 across and put those where you want them. Click on this 1 times thing and go maybe 6 up in this particular space. And this is just roughing something out, not worrying about it mathematically, but seeing the power of using patterns. And if I left click on my mouse, that will finish that process. It gives you a green indicator on the mouse button there to tell you left click one more time to finish that process up. So you can then extrude, make that something very small, like a millimeter thick, just to give it some object thickness, and then make sure you go to new as the option if you're adding something like windows that makes them all new parts so you can recolor them. Um, One thing about finding a list of parts, if you want to control the recoloring of a cluster of parts like this, if you click on the one that you made first, it's going to highlight it, everything that you click. So you click on the first one on that list. And then if you hold shift down, you can click all of those one at a time, or you can hold shift down in between. Just happened. Yeah, I missed it on the first one. But if you hold shift in between any two selections, it's going to highlight that whole range of anything. That works in a lot of different computer programming. So that's just something you could try if you ever need to select a list of things. You hold shift down in between, and now I can edit the appearance of all of these things in one quick shot. You can even change the transparency and make them look a little bit glassy. It almost makes a mirrored finish on things when you do that. If you want to have a little fun. But you can really get far fast by using mathematical patterning. So, we're patterning geometry and the Tetris project with linear patterns of parts. Now we're patterning just sketches, but this is definitely something that I'd like to see you give a shot. Um, and now that you're a little bit more comfortable with recoloring and recontrolling things, you can even go back into the original sketches and modify things to update the building, make this project a little bit more interesting. So give it a go if you get there and watch this video. I appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Take care, guys.